Hello guys, Shockwave came back here once again. You saw the title of the video, Hajime round 1353, the Mishima siblings. And you might be wondering why I didn't upload a video of the previous chapter, and it's just simply because I don't believe anything really happened. It's just to go to a dinner with Mishima, and a few jokes are made. Ippo overly displaying Mishima's opponent. We're knee deep into Hajime no Mishima now. I think I dreamt of like some Itagaki type of element, who knows. But let's get into the chapter, straight into the chapter. Inside the ring, he's the Grim Reaper. Outside the ring, he's 1353, the Mishima siblings. And he was like, that woman Mishima's son was, who on earth is she? Oh yeah, this will be the whole reaction. I said maybe Mishima will get a relationship. There she is. She could be somebody. But I'm sorry, I'm not as studious as it was before. I just don't really have the juice up in there. She's Takarine. Wait, Takarine. Because it's Tanaka-ri. Tanaka-ri? Because it's Tanaka. R-I-E, son. She's the company's oldest daughter, and she got some odd looking eyes. She's always been very good to him. She's a little older than he is, but I think that's good for him, to be honest. Though it's going to be hard for her. Kumi is already aware of the hardships of trying to get to the Mishima. And it was like, why is it a good thing that she's older than him? And Kumi thinks to herself, that's right. He's about as thick as it gets with things like this. Ooh, actually, I might be thrown into the same boat with Ippo. I don't get what is good for me either, but who knows? Then somebody says, at any rate, Kumi's like, it's a good company. They even threw him in the Curves party. They're the first people to really accept my brother. I'm so grateful. And he was like, I think it's because Mishima's son is so serious about his work. It makes him easy to be. It makes him easily to be. It makes him easy to misunderstand. It makes him easy to misunderstand. I guess. But I bet even at all those places before this one, he did his job earnestly after all. He's always been working to protect you, Kumi-san. Kumi pause, thinks about it, and she says, that sounds right, but it's not always misunderstanding. Sometimes he's really overdone it. Yeah, overdone it on my behalf. Yeah, really overdone it. I don't know if I'm choking up my English or what. It's been a while. And he was like, overdone it. And Kumi's like, use violence. When I was in school, there was countless boys who would walk me home at night like this. And he was like, of course there were, because you're so lovely. Now, like I said, please. Someone tell me that's not something a Yoki would say. Someone tell me that's not something a Yoki would say. Come on. I can't be the only one who sees this. And Kumi continues. Somehow he always catch a wind. He always catch wind and ambush them. And then it just stop at intimidation. He would always he would attack them and cause serious injuries at times. Mike, why? Why must you take the random souls of innocent people on the streets? And Ippo looked behind him, he's paranoid. And he was like, it's okay, he's not here right now. He was like, sorry. I'm just an unreliable bodyguard. He was like, no, you're certainly well trusted. Ippo still looking around. I see. Ippo thinks himself well trusted. By who? That's weird to say. Oh no. Oh no. This is not gonna end well. Well trusted, those are not words you're supposed to say around here. I know it's at the end panel that Mishima have been fully updated to the brand new design. The brand new art styling of Hajime Ippo we have for like the last past like 200 chapters. And someone says must really trust him a lot. And Misha's like, eh? And then I took a call to Tanaka. Tanaka says, let him take care of your precious Kumi-chan. I'm telling you, those are the wrong words to say to him. The wrong words. And Misha was like, you're wrong. I wasn't planning to leave her with him. But since the boss asked me to look after you, I had no choice but to come. And wow, Tanaka's like, no choice. I see. Jeez. There are cold sodas, and then there are death cold sodas. And Lisa's like, but you're right that Kumi is precious to me. When our parents died, she was so young. She sobbed so hard she couldn't even move. Since she was so weak, it felt to me to protect her. It failed to me to protect her. There's like no comments here. But still, she'll come out adult one day, a time when she's no longer by my side. Until then, I won't allow any man who can't protect her to be by her side. As he worked further ahead of Tanaka. And Mishiba says, I won't recognize any man that's not stronger than me. Not technically, Mishiba. We all know what happens, Mr. Elbow Block Man. Mr. I get uppercutted right in my chin and get laid flat across the pavement, and then say, come on, come get some. Well, then Mishiba came back and got his revenge doing the sparring, so. So I was like, that's a bit overprotective. We're not such weak creatures, you know. No, and Mishiba says, then go home by yourself. And she's like, don't abandon me halfway through. And Mishiba's like, you're not a weak creature, right? Of course. Of course. Of course. Of course. Like I said, those are the wrong words to say to him. The wrong words. And then Tanaka's like, the streets are scary at night. What if something happens to me? And he's just like, shut up. It doesn't matter to me. Wait a minute. Tanaka might see through his cold guard. Wait a minute. Could the death guard's weakness be revealing itself? And Tanaka's like, don't put on me in that. I already know that you're the most serious of all our workers. But he continues to walk away. Like she runs to catch up with him. And she thinks to herself, it must be hard for Kumi-chan all this time. Yes, one of the most cold-blooded ones. As she pictures Kumi and Ippo, and she looks like Ippo, a man straddling in Ryo-chan. And Misha looks at it like, what is it? I guess he said, I see. Huh? Oh, nothing. Oh, that's not good at all. That's not. I don't know, Tanaka seems to be an interesting character. An interesting contrast to Mishiba. It all depends. Mishiba haven't shed his skin yet. He haven't showed him true self yet. Kumi knows. Ippo knows. But she's yet to see it. Now she was able to see through the veil through his cloak. Don't put on a hard act. But how much does she know? How much? And it switched over to the box to the Korakuen Hall. And now I'm in the middle of the evening. The Japanese featherweight title match will soon commence. It's a guy who's like, Senpai is open over here. And he was like, just in time. In the red corner, the Japanese featherweight champion, Imai Kyosuke. It's about time. The myth, the legend, the great man himself, Mr. Big Brow, has returned. After all this time, it's been like good 50 chapters, 45, 50, at least 60. It was just like, ooh boy, he always got such a punchable face. My goodness, he gets more and more carried away every time I see him. Just look at all those sponsors on his trunks. He just get cockier and cockier. Wow, really? Throwing him under the bus, Stigake, and he continues. If possible, I'm hoping that this time he really reaps some divine punishment. Really reaps some divine punishment. And he put like, well, with his 3 title defenses, he got 4 rounds. He got 4 match 1 round KO streak. He got a 4 match 1 round KO streak. And with all those punches, he seems to admit quite an aura. If you want to KO him, you have to buy. If you want to see a KO, you have to buy a KSA ticket. However, he always finishes in less than 3 minutes. It's all what the magazines are writing. They even gave him a nickname. What is it? Mr. Warner. My God. Oh, it's Mr. 1R. Mr. Warner. That's even worse than Warner. 1R. This guy's like, I know it pissed me off. His 1-round KO streak started with me. It made me look pathetic and gutless as the rest of those guys he knocked out. But he puts out the challenger tonight is strong. I can't imagine it'd go by smoothly. This better not be who I think it is. This can't be who I think it is. In the blue corner, Japanese featherweight #1, Hoshi Hiroki. This chapter was absolutely amazing. It's late at night. I can't scream like a madman. This chapter, excellent character development between Kumi and Mishiba, and then it's excellent character development. And then Mishiba actually just unknowingly admit that Ippo was stronger than him. We just hear this. I can't believe what I'm hearing. Is it possible? Is it possible he states such a thing? And then like Tanaka got some odd looking eyes. She really does. I can't explain what's going on with her eyes. She's not the only character we've seen like this, because you remember that guy who fought Miyata? He had a daughter named Maria that he was fighting for, and that was back when that tan midget was Randy Boy Jr.'s and Andy Gregory's manager. He was working with him. His daughter had the exact same looking eyes. What was similar eyes, not the same. But the eyelashes it created a similar effect, a very similar effect. I feel like she's constantly squinting all the time. Like it's not to the point where it's Shinoda or like Jose Narco, but it's very close to it. And then after that, we get one of the most hyped up fights ever. One of the most hyped up fight. I brought this up before in my what was it called? I think like the 4 featherweight champs or something. I brought the whole idea of Daisuke wannabe, Itagaki, Hoshi, and Amai have to go showdown, have to go against each other for true Japanese featherweight supremacy before they get onto the world stage. And now we got Amai, Mr. 1R, going against Hoshi. Hoshi of all people, Hoshi. It's unbelievable, and it's making it even better. Sendo is in his corner. Hoshi comes out with some light trunks. He got the stars on him. He went an entire jacket with a hoodie. This is unbelievable. This is unreal. I predicted something like this is going to happen, and it's actually happening. Well, as you think about it, it's George has been on a roll. It's just been one fight after another, after another, after another. It's been ridiculous. Didn't we just come up for a fight with Takamura? And like 5 chapters later, we're back into another major fight. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. But hey, even on top of that, we got some development with Itagaki. Now, he has yet to realize his mistake of trying to be a one-punch KO machine, and technically he reiterated that with the whole, his 1-round KO streak started with me, it makes me look pathetic and gutless as the rest of those guys he knocked out. Well, it seems like we got his answers to why he's been trying to think he's an Endfire. And in the blue corner, the #1 featherweight, Hoshi Hiroki. Cause I was saying like before, like what was Hoshi doing? Like he gotta fight like Amai or somebody. He gotta do something. At least fight Amai Itagaki. He gotta do something. And he going after Amai. Will Amai lose? That's the thing. Unlike like anybody else, there's a chance that Amai could lose this fight. Cause there's nothing to gain or lose if Amai loses this fight. To be honest. Now some might say, oh, the rematch for Itagaki, but Itagaki is not really focused on the rematch, and whether he has a belt or not would not really matter. So, at least in my opinion, from what I've seen. So, I could be wrong. I could be wrong, Johnny, but who knows? But hey, what is a better way to return than doing the usual? Just coming back with a Hajime Ippo video. And, hey, hasn't been nothing to upload. I might record an Antonio video after this, but, overall, it was a fantastic chapter. Great. Excellent. Better than I ever could have expected. Cause I didn't get a spoiler of, like, Misha, like, walking away from it saying, I'd never like somebody who's not strong. I guess the exact quote. I won't recognize any man that's stronger than me. Even though he left Kumi with Ippo though. And then he didn't go back for it either. She's like, wait. It's been hard for Kumi-chan all this time. A man stronger than Ryo-chan. What is it? I see, huh? Nothing. That's gonna be an interesting relationship. It depends how it's developed. It can be very interesting. It's not that hard of a contrast between the two, but it's obviously that Misha was a straight man here in this pseudo couple. That can go anywhere. Overall, hope you guys liked the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and let me know your opinions on that video. Who do you believe it win between Hoshi and Amai Kyosuke? I'm about to say Kusuke. Amai Kyosuke versus Hoshi. Hiroyuki. Hiroyuki. Well, I'm butchering and slaughtering names. This is too late in the morning. It's actually 12. Actually, it's 12:12. That's, I believe that's some type of form of bad luck. But, leave me a shout if you guys like the video, like, comment, subscribe, and, peace.